Hi.
Hi, boo.
How are you?
Welcome back. I'm
gosh.
good. How are you?
Hi. Good.
Good.
Yeah.
I guess let's jump into it.
Yeah. Let's jump into it.
We've both had a little bit of a wild week.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about what you did this week to do your best, and then give me not the good and the bad.
Yeah. Okay. So this week to do my best, I was traveling for work, and
Because boss bitch got to make that money.
cannot. And so I went to LA.
Okay.
And
The weather, how was it?
oh my gosh, it was amazing. Like Arizona,
Where in LA? I'm sorry. Can I ask specifically?
downtown LA,
Okay.
like at the LA Convention Center.
Okay, perf. And you were staying
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you walk out in Arizona outside and it's like scorching, melting. My makeup's falling off. My
Only in
skin
the
is
afternoon.
literally sizzling. Like there's
Listen.
sizzle starting to be created on my hands because of
So dramatic.
it. It's so hot. It's just gross. And it's like you sweat everywhere. Everywhere's sweaty. Like you can't escape it.
No.
You you're going from air conditioned to air conditioned. But for me, a lot of things that I have to drive to are super close, right? So it's like 5,
You got
8,
that
10
5
minutes.
mile radius.
And so what happens in Arizona? Oh, there's not enough time for your car
To
air
cool
conditioner
down.
to actually cool down. And
Yeah.
and then, my dumb ass, I have black leather seats. And it's like,
I believe you did pick that car out.
I 100% super smart. It was genius.
Why don't you get covers? Those
No.
saved
Gross.
me.
Ugly.
I literally,
No.
so listen.
Hard pass.
Listen, Linda. So literally I did this because I had leather in my Jeep and I would only put them on for 3 months a year. And you guys, I don't even know if you guys even noticed, but I got them the same color as the leather. I just got some cheapy ones on Amazon just so I didn't stick to the leather.
Yeah.
Because that's my problem. And I'm not here for that. And then you stand up and the back of your leg is wet.
And it's
Behind your knees are wet.
yes.
Yeah, no.
And
I get you.
It's hot.
Yeah.
So hot. Eliana will get in the car and she can't even sit down and she literally has her legs in the air, just hands up, just trying not to touch anything while you're trying to put your seatbelt on and not touch the metal
Right.
from the seatbelt because that's probably 180 degrees itself.
Probably.
So that's how Arizona summer is.
Yeah, but the thing is it's only like that for really a few months.
Okay, yeah, but those few months is
I
horrendous.
agree. It's pretty warm.
It's pretty warm.
It's
It's pretty warm. It's pretty warm.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing is I love Arizona. So it's really
Sure.
hard to talk shit, but right now is the worst part of the year.
Yes.
This month and August, September, because of monsoon season, and then it adds in the humidity. So 120 is different than 120 with humidity.
Yeah.
Or even 100 is different than 100 with humidity.
Sure.
So right now, today, it was nice. Right this moment, as we are recording, it's absolutely miserable outside.
Yeah.
It's because it's right in that that 3 to 5 p.m. scorchy business happening.
Yeah. Hottest day.
Yeah, hottest part
time
of the day. Yeah. So yeah, I get you.
It's awful.
It's impossible to be outside for these few hours.
Correct.
And when I see people out there walking their dogs, I literally want to strangle them.
I know.
And they don't have booties on them baby toes.
I mean, it's fine to do it at night,
Right.
after it's cooled off of it, but come
Right.
on.
Yeah, but not between 3 and 5 p.m.
No.
Don't do that. Do that to your baby dog. I'm going to go out there and steal your malt truck and shoes. And then you walk around and tell me how that shit feels. No. And the thing is people are like, oh, well, their skin's a little different. Okay, so granted, they have a few more like keratin layers. Yes, you are correct. But I cannot tell you how many times I have bandaged baby toes from people being like, I just got home from work and I took my dog out and then he got home and his paws were bleeding. And I'm like, oh, did you walk across a black pavement?
Right.
Or concrete? Or even rocks? Like rocks get real hot too.
Yeah.
So anyways, I digress. But I'm not here for that.
Yeah. So all that to say, it was really nice.
It was beautiful. The weather was beautiful.
Out of the airport and into a cool breeze that was not a blow dryer shooting in my face.
Yeah.
Of air.
Yeah. Blow dryer is very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice. The weather was beautiful. It's just a lot of work doing these things, right? Because you're like on your feet all day.
And you have to be on.
And you have to be on the entire time. So anyways, I did my best to enjoy the time that I had. It was still a lot of fun.
So was it in a convention?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it about? Can we talk about that? Or I mean, you don't have to go super specific, but it was just like
just promoting stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah.
Sounds fun.
But yeah, it was still amazing. We had really, really good food.
Yeah. Do you remember what your favorite restaurant was?
Oh my gosh.
You sent us pictures of a few. So
I know. So we went to a Greek place the first night, and that was just like super modern Greek food.
Okay.
And I literally
like hummus.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And we sat at the like bar area, but like where the chefs, like it was a chef's bar. Oh. So like you were watching them cook and stuff.
Oh, that would be my favorite place.
And I like look over to my left and I'm like, I feel like I'm in an episode of The Bear. This is so cool.
We love The Bear.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was very delicious. And then the next night we went to this Mexican restaurant called Damien's.
Okay.
And apparently the chef is super famous and has a restaurant in Mexico City, I want to say.
Ooh.
But oh my gosh, like seriously, such simple ingredients, but delicious.
What'd you
because
eat?
it's all like
tell us what you ate.
Super fresh.
So so my mouths can water.
So we had like a ceviche.
Oh yeah, girl.
That was amazing. We had beans, like just their beans.
Like pintos?
It was 3 different kinds of beans all mixed in one.
Of course. Because it's fancy.
So good.
Yeah. Were they refried? Were they like
they were like
cooked?
No, they were like brown, black, and like white bean maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah.
We had gosh, I can't remember. But it was all so good.
Yeah.
The dessert was good. We had some tres leches.
Ooh. Yes.
So good.
Yeah. I always get a tum tum make, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I just dropped my water bottle.
Yeah. And then just so many good cocktails too.
Oh yeah. You do like a good cocktail.
I love a good cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a good, it's not an espresso martini. It's some other kind of liqueur, but it's supposed to be like even better.
Than espresso?
Was so good.
Ooh.
So good.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, so, ate my way through LA and then
Love
had
that.
sushi the last night.
Of
Super
course.
fresh.
Yeah.
Super fresh.
Gotta have some sushi.
Yeah. And I'll be
Did you get any beach time in?
No. No.
There was just no time
We
for
don't
that.
have a car.
Oh,
Not
okay.
that we couldn't
It was
Uber, but still.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not that much time.
Okay.
And then I'll be back there in a few days
Yeah, that's crazy.
and do it all over again.
Huh.
Luckily this time it's a day shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were on, so you're exhausted.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's what I did this
Well, at
week.
least do you have a long weekend?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm off
okay.
on Monday.
Me too.
And I'm going to try real hard not to think about doing work.
I love that for you. Same.
We'll see if it succeeds.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I have so much to do and catch up on. And I'm only working one day next week again.
Yeah, because you're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl.
I know.
Oh, girl.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. So my best this week. So little side note, I started a new job.
Mm-hmm.
New job, new company, new career, actually. So I've spoken about how I was a veterinary technician for 16 years of my life, and how I left the industry last year because I was burnt out. Management in a corporation is very hard, and you know this as well. But it's very hard for somebody down low in the company that I worked for to have something that comes out of their mouth matter.
Yeah.
And that was really hard for me, but also there was a couple other instances that happened that I just didn't agree with. Like you get what I'm saying. Anyways, so this company is a company I've been looking into on and off for a few years, actually. I started hearing about them through COVID, and thankfully I had a connection to get in when they were hiring. Mm-hmm. And so I have been in training for the last 4 weeks working from home. And
first time working from home. Right?
Well, yeah, really like having to be accountable. Yes. Yeah. Working from home. So it's been a wild transition, and then I decided to get a puppy. Such a good idea. Get a puppy, they say. Oh my God. So we'll get into that. But from the very get-go, I felt very supported, very safe. I definitely feel like there's a really good culture at this company. And the reason I wanted to work here is because I had other connections that do currently still work at this company. And they all rave about the culture and the work-life balance and how they really care. Yeah. Right. So I'm here for that. I'm here for that all the way. So as I've been going through training, we find out that we are the first class of trainees for this position, and we are getting 4 weeks of training instead of 8. Mm. So, and here's the thing is I applaud them on their transparency. They told us this like day 2. Transparency came right from the top. Like we met the VP on day 2. We were all in like a Teams meeting together. And I appreciate that about them because that's always something working in a corporation that's really hard to, or a large one like I worked for, that it's hard to have transparency because everything is so hush hush behind doors and behind especially like management doors. So anyways, I appreciated it. I now understand why it's an 8-week training. You have to have a certain percentage to pass. I literally got that percentage.
Yeah.
Today.
In order to pass.
Like I literally passed.
Actually get the job.
Yes. Literally passed by the hair of the chinny chin chins. All of the chins.
All the chins.
Because girl. And I'm like, the thing is so here's the other thing is we got to do like really nice. We got to like vote our teammates because there were 18 of us in this. Mm-hmm. And we got to vote like, our teammates to be like best note taker, like valedictorian, that all kind of stuff. And I got spunky attitude. So I'm so glad that, I'm so glad that I came across that way because girl, I've been getting up at the butt crack of dawn to go to this damn job.
What time do you have to start working? 6 a.m.
So just to be clear, I have been getting up at 5:30 because
to start working at 6.
Yes, because I have to brush my teeth, I have to do my face, and then I have to poop.
Yeah, that's not a lot of time.
But wait, I have a puppy. That takes up 10 minutes of it, eats it right up right there.
Yeah.
And then I need to make my, some sort of a caffeinated beverage, which I actually haven't been drinking, which is something else I want to touch on later. But, and then the sun is not fully up at 5:30 in the morning. Granted, the temperature outside is beautiful, but literally I'm not even getting any sun in the retinas before I'm starting this job. And I'm like, this is rough.
Yeah.
Rough. Okay. So how I did my best this week. I graduated today.
Yay.
But, using this certain program, I don't want to go too much into it, but using this certain program that we use for work that we learned on in the last 4 weeks, I got all of my feedback last night. So it was all in my my workload. Mm-hmm. When I signed in this morning, they're like, hey, you have 2 hours to finish everything in your workload. And I was like, I have 8 things in here. So I started panicking and I literally started crying. And I was like, I'm so overwhelmed because they didn't give me.
This is like in class?
In class. And by the way, we had to have our faces showing every second of every day that we were on the clock. So I had to move my camera up and I sent a little IM to my trainer and I was like, hey, I'm having a really hard realization right now and I do not feel prepared for this job in any way, shape, or form. And I'm panicking. I'm having a panic attack right now. And I was like, I need a few minutes. And she was like, it's okay. Just take a deep breath. You'll be okay. And she was like, take whatever time you need. And then she was like, you can go off camera until we have something to do at the next hour or whatever. And I was like, okay. So I'm having this panic attack, right?
Yeah.
And thankfully I'm home and thankfully my husband is home, but my husband is asleep. So because he doesn't work until a lot later than 6 a.m. So it's probably 7, 7:15 right around this time. And I literally am sobbing, walking to my bedroom. I climb into bed with my husband and he's like, ah! And I big spoon him and I'm like, I can't do this job. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm literally tearing up thinking about it. It's still fresh.
It's still fresh. Yeah.
So okay. Yeah, but and he was like, babe, it's okay. And I was like, but I passed my test. He's like, so wait, you do get to graduate? I was like, but I'm not ready. And I'm like losing it. Okay.
Clearly
sobbing, all puffy already. It's terrible. And he's like, okay, just breathe. It's fine. And I'm like, ah! And I'm like, okay, I have to actually go back to work though. So, oh God. So I fucking suck it up, bitch. And see, that's trauma. So,
right.
It's fine. So I get back on camera, but I moved the camera up. So you could only see my eyes because I was still wiping the snot from my face. So I am my trainer and I'm like, hey, I know Brittany and Amy. So these are my girls. We got put into a group on week 2 and we all loved each other instantly. And we all have crazy different backgrounds. We're one of us is in her 20s. I'm in my 30s. The other one's in her 40s. All of us way different walks of life, but we instantly loved each other. So it was great. Anyways,
just remember you're not allowed to have new friends.
Fuck. I know. Good thing.
Just kidding.
Good thing one of them lives in Alabama and the other one lives in Utah. So you don't have to worry about it. There's no competition. But Anyways, so I made new friends, which is amazing. And I sent, my trainer, hey, I know these girls are done with their stuff. Cause we had a chat going the whole last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
On the side that we be talking in the whole time. So,
oh my God.
Which is fine. But, I was like, can I have them help me just to get some more eyes so I don't feel so overwhelmed? And she was like, absolutely, go ahead. And I was like, girls, go into the meeting, meeting 5. So I started it up and they walked me through 2. And by the way, this entire time I'm panicking, I'm also losing those 2 hours of time. Mm-hmm. And then so I'm panicking more because I'm losing that time. And she's like, you got to finish them. And there wasn't hey, we'll get to work on them later, because there wasn't any time to do that either today.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I got there. But anyways, so all of that, I cried. They told us, okay, guys, we're going to be ready. Have fun tomorrow. We had no fun today, by the way. So I cried and had a panic attack on my last day, but I graduated barely. So now we get the next step is we get a partner for the next 2 weeks to be our checker. If you have any questions, they assigned us a manager and a person to be our best buddy.
So are you, is this somebody from your training class, or is it somebody a tenured person?
It's a tenured person who volunteered, because we asked the trainers, one of the girls actually said, how do they choose the buddies? Yeah. Is it the ones who get the lowest score or something like that? Or should they go, she goes, do they get the smallest straw?
And oh my gosh.
And of course the trainers are actually there's more people that volunteered to do this than we needed.
Yeah, that's cool.
And because everybody is so helpful and wants to help you. And I'm
and it's also selfish because it probably helps them grow into leadership positions and stuff like that too.
Yeah. I mean, and it looks good on, a resume, and no, I did. Yeah. I helped this training class and blah, blah, blah. So I have support. I feel like I'm supported. This morning I did not feel supported, but it's not, I feel here's where the trauma comes in. I feel like I shouldn't have had to ask, but also I can't expect them to read my mind.
Correct.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to ask. And she was like, absolutely, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because they were literally it was the group chat. Everybody was talking about their dogs, and it was, nobody was doing anything productive. She was just giving, because it wasn't just me.
Right.
And that's the thing is I had to remember too, is I also felt like I was holding everybody back because I was doing all these. And she was like, it's not just you. There's a few other people. They actually did a survey, and 18% of the class still had stuff to work on. So I was like, oh, okay. It's not just me. But I ended up getting more done as the day went through because they were talking about other things. So I would just work on it on the side. So I ended up getting 8 down to 2. But now I have to work on that next week. So, it's fine.
Can you work on it over the weekend? No, right? You're hourly.
No. So that's the thing. And they're very if we find out you are using company equipment and working on work outside of business hours, you will get a talking to. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you. And you can't clock in more than 2 minutes before the end of your break. You can't clock in more than 3 minutes before your shift. It's stuff like that, because they really want to make sure you're not.
That's how it is for us too.
Yeah. You have no reason to stay there late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is great. So, yeah. So my best today was a panic attack and graduating from training and learning an entirely new career. And I feel like I'm not prepared at all, and I know nothing. So I don't know shit.
Wait, so are you going to meet your buddy person on Monday, or how does that work?
I'll meet them in Teams on Monday. And the manager that I got assigned to already sent me an email before I left for the day. I'm so excited to meet you on Monday. So it's really nice, because then I have somebody I can reach out to.
Yeah.
And then if like, you know, the partner who I'm going to say she, cause she is a she. If the partner doesn't know, then we reach out to the manager. So I'm like, all right, well, and I'm going to be like brutally honest. Also, the best part of the whole thing is they gave us a survey and they're like, please be as honest as you can and describe it as much as detail as you can. Girl, I went all into it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, we were given a lot of information very quickly. We had no time to retain. We were testing within 2 weeks on something I had an hour and a half of playtime with, you know? So it was rough.
And so then your little buddy thing, you are with them for how long?
For 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And then they said that like I think you do a survey every week of like how you're feeling, if you're feeling supported, you know, and like I think that after that 2 weeks, you can request to have like another 2 weeks if you are not feeling ready. And then we're told today, because we had like a little graduation ceremony and like the VP was there and he goes, it took me 18 months to feel comfortable what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
18 months. And I'm like, for the shit we just learned in the last 4 weeks, you guys expect me? Like, that's insane. And the thing is like,
it sounds so much like exactly like the stuff that we go through at my company.
Yeah.
Like literally to a T.
It probably is. It's just a different format, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's wild. It's just, I'm like,
and do you have like any metrics or anything that you have?
We will have metrics, but not until after 4 or 6 months.
Oh, okay.
4 months, I think they said. Or maybe it's the 90 days. Yeah. 90 days is when we start getting metrics. And that's only if we have, because we get audited every week as well. So like as long as they want us to be more accurate than they want us to move through the production part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, which is great. And they're like, we don't, you know, but also they're like, please make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you learn from it. Like you aren't going to lose your job for making mistakes. Like we want you to make them so that you learn and then you retain it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just really hard. Like it's just interesting. It's a lot. The whole setting change.
Yeah.
Format change. I'm going from being in person to a screen, which I'm very, very much like an in-person person, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not, I feel like you don't even get to see me when I'm behind a screen.
Like you're not getting all
you're
of
like,
what this
you don't
is.
get to take in my aura.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's how I feel is. Yeah. And it's true. So it's very interesting, but they also this is one good thing about the company is prior to COVID, which is when they moved everybody to be working from home, they had not warehouses, but like hubs, and Phoenix had a hub. So there's a lot of employees here in Arizona that they have. And then they said once a quarter they do like a meetup, and they'll like arrange something in the Phoenix area and invite everybody who works in the Phoenix area to come and like
that's nice.
For dinner, or it's like, you know, like painting and wine or something like that.
Or like Topgolf.
Yeah, Topgolf, something like that. And I was like, oh,
that's cool.
Okay, so they still, because they really encourage us, even like in our classes, to be like using the group chat and talk to each other. And I'm like, okay, so they want us to form relationships, which is good because that's why you stay at a company.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah, so it's been interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
good.
Yeah. So I did my best this week. Thanks, boo.
Congrats.
Thanks. And can I also say, I know I've said this before, but I have the best mother-in-law. I got flowers before I got here today.
Aww.
She sent flowers to the house saying
I love her.
they like they don't know what they have with like you as an employee or something like that. And I'm like, they should be grateful to have you as an employee. That's what she said. And I'm like,
What a little sweetie.
Special angel muffin. Like
She's the best.
literally. I have the best mother-in-law ever. I don't care what anybody says. It's 100% true. So yeah, that was really sweet. That kind of like.
I have the best mother-in-law.
I mean, your mother-in-law is pretty great. She's just a little intense.
A little.
My mother-in-law is demure. Your mother-in-law is
Yeah. You think?
but she's great.
You think?
We do love her.
Yes.
She's pretty great. But
She's
my
a lot.
mother-in-law's better.
Yeah. She's a sweetie pie.
Yeah, angel muffin. Angel muffin. 100%. Okay, so let's do like a what are we doing lately?
Yeah.
I want to hear what
catch
you've been
up.
doing lately because you've been gone a lot.
I know.
You've been gone so much lately and like fuck, I miss you, bro.
Right? Okay.
Tell me where you've been the last few weeks.
Well, so my husband and I went to Hawaii for a little over a week.
Ugh.
It was great. Amazing, beautiful.
I love that.
So we were in Oahu for 3 days. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
I have.
You have?
I've been
Oh,
twice.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Which island?
So I was only in Waikiki, which is on Oahu, for literally 2 days. And it
Gotcha.
was when I got to sing on the USS Missouri
Nice.
at the USS Arizona Memorial. So it was amazing. And then I've been to Maui as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hawaii is just
Yeah.
so gorgeous.
So beautiful.
So gorgeous.
So Oahu was definitely busier.
A lot of people.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of people.
The traffic.
Yeah.
It's so touristy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Okay.
The amount of people on the beach.
Really?
It was like sardines
Stop.
in a can on
Stop.
the beach. I'm serious. It's way too many people.
Ew.
Like way too many people.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Super cute, right? Like it's a cute little area. Our hotel like was right on the beach. There was shopping right around where we were, so we could walk out of our hotel and like there was a mall right there with like a crap ton of restaurants,
Yeah.
things to do, things to look at, stuff like that.
Okay.
Dan did have a work meeting one of the days with a customer in Hawaii. So that took up half the day, but I just laid off the beach by myself and it was great.
Yeah.
And read
living
my
your
book.
best life.
Yeah. And then then we left after 3 days and went to Kauai. And
Much less people.
much less. Yes. Kauai is my favorite island of all time.
Okay.
Listen, I'm glad we went to Oahu.
Yeah.
We did Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
And saw the USS Arizona.
Yeah.
And did that tour, which was really, really cool. Super moving.
Very moving.
Yeah.
It's wild to be standing over it.
Yeah.
It told you.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
wild. Yeah.
It's really cool though. And you know, I'm glad we did that. So I'm glad we went, but Kauai, hands down,
Where it's at.
it's where it's at.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah,
All right. Have you been to Maui?
I have.
Oh, that's right. You have. Okay.
I've been
and
to
you,
Maui
and you
the
think
most.
Kauai is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is only my second time going to Kauai,
Okay.
and I've been to Maui at least twice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
I love this for you.
So, yeah, we go to Kauai and we went to Kauai for our honeymoon.
That's right.
After we got married, and this trip we stayed at the same resort that we stayed at during our honeymoon.
And you guys have been married how long now?
We have been married since 2016. So
Okay,
it's
so 8 years?
been, yeah.
Okay. I was there.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
I know.
That was before I met my husband. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Long time.
Okay.
And so we stayed at that resort. It was kind of cool. Like we had a nice room when we went there for our honeymoon. Like it was half pool view, half beach view and stuff. Super cute. This time tops any hotel I've ever been to, any room I've ever been in, with the most incredible view I've ever had. Ever.
Really?
Ever.
I love that.
It was so pretty. So like we got a suite, so we had a bigger room and with like a living room and stuff. But the back wall, like essentially the slider to go out onto like the patio, was a little bit of grass and then the ocean, like right there in front of us. We could open the doors and like hear it and all of that.
I love that.
And
so jealous.
Yeah. And so we literally like would wake up in the morning, brush our teeth, drink coffee, and sit out there for like 2 hours in the morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
Yeah.
And like really not even talk.
Yeah.
Like just sit there listening to the ocean, reading my book, drinking my coffee.
Living your best life.
Enjoying each other's company.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh.
So it was really, really good.
Okay, wait. Did you do anything fun?
No.
Okay. No adventures?
Like, it was fun.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean like go on snorkeling,
No.
go fishing.
Nope.
Okay.
None of it.
You guys like to relax.
We laid at the beach. We rented a cabana one of the days at the beach, laid out. I got super tan.
Yeah.
We hung out by the pool.
Okay.
Went to a lot of good restaurants, ate a lot of good food.
Yeah, girl. Lots of fishes.
Had lots of
ocean
cocktails.
snacks.
Yeah. Lots of cocktails.
Yeah.
Dan did do jujitsu one of the days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, it was interesting because, like, of course I wanted to do stuff, but it was good to just be also, right? Like, I am always going.
Yeah.
And it's okay to just slow down and do nothing and just relax.
Yeah.
And so I think for us just to be able to do that and to not really have a plan and to enjoy each other's company without even really needing to be doing some extravagant thing was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because also the fucking room was amazing. Like I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Like the patio was amazing.
I don't blame you.
The sunsets at sunset, like right before sunset, there would be surfers surfing out in the ocean and we would get like this free surf show. And then everybody from the hotel, which there wasn't that many, like maybe 30 people, would come out to like the grass area right in front of our room to watch the sunset. Like that's how good of a spot we had.
Oh yeah.
It was amazing.
I love that.
It was amazing.
Yay.
And just
you got to fall in love again?
I mean,
a little bit more.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it was great. Like it wasn't like all about us. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't, it was about us individually, I think more so than us as a couple.
Yeah.
But it was also great for our relationship, as you know, any vacation is really.
Yeah, as long as you're not trying to kill each other.
Like this was a vacation for Dan's birthday, you know?
Yeah.
And like, what does Dan want to do?
Nothing. Dan
Smoke
loves
cigars.
Yeah.
Sit in silence.
Yeah. That's true.
And just chill. And you know what? That's okay. Like
fine by me.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
That's so funny.
Be all crazy.
No.
And it's like there's not a ton to do in Kauai anyways. Like,
right. Well, I didn't know if there's like landmarks or like a volcano or.
We went and saw like I can't even remember what it's like, blowing horn or something like that. But it's like in these rocks and these waves. And as they come crashing up, the waves come crashing up. It's like spouts water up high.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, we saw that.
Okay.
We were going to go to the botanical gardens, but apparently they like bus you over there and drop you off, and it's a minimum 2 hours of walking around the botanical garden. A, it was way too hot and humid that day. B, I don't want to waste 2 hours fucking looking at plants. But oh my gosh, speaking of which, the entire time, every single day, Dan was like, did you take a picture of that plant to show Ashley? Did you take a picture of that plant to show Ashley? Oh my gosh, Ashley would love it here. There's so many good plants. I could not.
I am sorry. I just love your husband.
He
so
was
great.
all about it.
That is so fucking funny. Yes. I do love a good plant. I actually was babysitting your plants for these last few weeks, and I forgot to bring them back today. Sorry.
I know.
But they got repotted, and they got some cinnamon on top, and they also got some eggshells. You know,
Oh dear.
got the girl.
Spoiled.
Wait till you see them. They're like standing strong. They love their life.
They love their
They've
life.
been getting sunshine.
They're
They've
gonna
been
come over. They're gonna come back here and be like,
just
"No,
wither.
don't leave me."
So yeah, fun fact. I always water Kayla's plants.
Yeah.
Because they're so fucking dry.
Oh, and I got 2 new ones.
I saw that.
They're so cute.
Cuties.
They're pink.
I know. They're so cute.
I know.
So excited for you.
So yeah, all the plants. It was really pretty. Like really, really pretty. So yeah.
Yeah, that rain and
Yeah.
the volcanic ash.
Yeah.
The plants love it.
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't, do anything too crazy and just hung out with each other and
Good.
enjoyed it. And then, yeah.
Okay.
And then I came home and a few days later I left to go to LA for work.
And now you're back, and now we're talking about it. Yeah,
And
you've been
now we're
gone for
here.
a while.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and the last 2 weeks that you went on vacation and were traveling, I got a puppy.
Yeah. I cannot. The cutest little
Oh,
muffin.
he's so
Little
cute.
squishamallow.
Yeah, squishmallow. So fun fact, he's a Chihuahua pug is what they told us. And he has definitely the personality of a pug. He's like super goofy.
Yeah. Totally.
And fearless, which is there's the
Yeah.
Chihuahua. Cause he like does like parkour across the house, over the couch. Like he thinks he's way bigger than he is and his legs are this long. So
like an inch.
yeah. He's just so cute. So we went back and forth about names. So if anybody's ever named a dog, I mean,
Even a child, man.
I can't, girl, why do you think I have a list of children's names already in my phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you come to name Roxy, your dog?
We were just spouting out names and then I said
Everybody
Roxy,
agreed?
and then they were like, "Oh, okay." And
Okay.
That's how we did it.
Okay. So Chris and I wanted to wait until we got a personality, right?
Yeah.
And it takes him a couple days to warm up to you.
Sure.
Now that it's been 2 weeks and a few days, he goofy as hell. This dog is so fucking goofy, and he's like we sing Baby Shark to him all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Because he just comes at you teeth first, and because he's a pug, he has an underbite.
Mm-hmm.
And he also has the poorest excuse for teeth.
Yeah.
They're literally little, and they're so spaced out. He's all gums. It's
Poor thing. Does he
just
have to
razors.
eat soft food?
No, he's on tiny little crunchy bites.
Oh my god.
The first few days I did wet it for him just to entice him to
Yeah.
eat, though, because I was worried. But he he's a goofball. So I'm not gonna lie, this dog has pissed me off.
Yeah.
Every single fucking day.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to having a puppy.
and I was thinking, I was like, I don't think I've yelled at my husband in the 7 years that I've known him as much as I've yelled at this dog in the 2 weeks I've owned him.
Not surprised. Not surprised in the slightest.
I cannot. This dog
When was the last time you owned a dog?
okay,
Or a
so-
puppy even?
Okay, so Beamtown, my dog Beamer died 10 years ago. I put him down in May 10 years ago.
Jeez.
He was 14 then.
Wow.
He was born on our property at my childhood home. So I had him since the day he was born.
Yeah.
14 years. I have not had a puppy since I was a teenager. In my
Dear Lord. So
I
you've
should
never
say-
had to be a puppy mom.
correct, because I I didn't have to. I had already potty trained him and as a teenager. So like he already knew when we moved out. When I moved out at 18, he came with me. So I was like, yeah, no, this dog is mine. He's coming with me. He already knew indoor, outdoor. He already knew how to use a doggy door wherever I was going, you know? So, fucking frustrating puppies.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
This little fucker literally looks me in the eyes and pisses on my floor. This fucking dog.
I'm gonna pee right here, and you're gonna have to clean it up.
Yeah, and he looks me right in the eyes.
Sorry, sucker.
Yeah, and then, oh God. So I'm folding laundry in my bedroom. Keep in mind, I live in a 2-story house. The entire top floor is carpet, except for the bathrooms. And
are the stairs carpet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is carpet except for the bathrooms and the laundry room, because that's upstairs too. So I work in my office upstairs in the spare bedroom. I've had the dog in there with me every single day. So I was up there and I was like, okay, I'm on break. I'm going to fold some laundry. I go into my bedroom. I fold laundry. I get a whiff of shit. This motherfucker poops under my bed.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You got to take him immediately outside. When you go on a break, dog goes on a break.
And it took him until this past weekend to get that. Because that's what I was doing. He was going out every hour and a half or 2.5 hours. Because my breaks were spaced apart that way. So, and also this motherfucker has not had one accident in the kennel. Because we're kennel training him. Not one. From day one, not one accident. And he's been in there 8 to 9 hours every single night consistently.
Wow.
This fucker. So I'm like, I know. And literally I'm having these conversations with him like he understands me.
Right.
I'm saying to him, listen, you little fuck, I know you can hold it because you do it all night long. So why can't you fucking hold it for 10 more minutes before I go on my break for work? I'm having these conversations with him like he is going to understand me.
And he's not.
And he's definitely a couple crayons short of the box. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's a little derpy. Because, we don't know where he came from. We know. So side note, lost our home, which is a rescue here in Arizona, was incredible. Chris and I found him online a week before we adopted him. And he was so cute in pictures, and I was like, but I need to meet him, A, because B, I didn't want a snory brachycephalic dog. Yeah. It's fine if he had a little, he needed to have a snout, because I don't do snores. Even though he's downstairs, nah. I don't want to deal with a snoring dog. So he has a nice little long nose, so it's cute. But I was like, well, I want to go meet him. And I actually said to my husband that day, we're not bringing a dog home tonight. And he goes, okay, babe, whatever you say. So we went to Lost Our Home because they have like a brick and mortar store you can go to. And like they have like, it's like a vet clinic in back, and they have, the pets are in there. So we went in, I was like, I'm here. So online, because of course I name him. His name was Chad.
Love it. I forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes,
because I need to call him Chad from now on.
Chad. No, it's terrible.
Chad.
So Chad. And so I walk in and I'm like, hi, we're here to meet Chad. And the girl up front's like, have you guys already filled out an application? My husband? Yes, actually I did. And I'm like, you did?
Oh my gosh.
He already filled out the application. Like this motherfucker knew me or something like that.
Look at him go.
She goes, okay, so what's your name? And he's like, it's Chris Cagle. And she's like, okay, well, I'll pull up your application, but I'll put you guys in a room and then I'll bring him in and you guys can hang out with him. You can hang out with him as long as you want, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, great. So we wait probably 5 or 6 minutes. My assumption is they're probably like wiping him down so he doesn't smell like a stinky puppy or he had just rolled in his own shit or something like that, because puppies. And he also had been in a kennel. So I don't know. So he comes in and he's super like shy. I'll put shy because he wasn't aggressive by any means. He was more of like, oh my God, please don't hurt me. Oh my God. Like submissive peer. And, but I picked him up and like, he literally laid on my chest and I hear him go, grunting. And I'm like, oh my God. And I kiss his nose, and he just sits there and looks at me as I'm kissing his nose.
Oh, little cutie.
And he just looks me right in the eyes with his, and man, does he got the puppy eyes when he wants them, when he's not in baby shark mode. Ooh, he got those puppy dog eyes that I'm like, okay. So, and I handed him to Chris, and Chris is like, oh, he's really sweet. And I was like, yeah, he is really sweet. I love him. And then less than 10 minutes, I'm like, oh, so we're taking him home? Chris is like,
oh my God.
I mean, I thought we weren't taking a dog. I was like, no, we're going to take him home.
Oh my God, that quick.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes. I knew. So we go out, and like literally, because the girl says, I'll come back in 10 minutes. You guys, if you want to spend more time with him, fine. So I walk out there, and I'm like, hey, we're just going to take him. And she just like looks at me. She goes, really? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in love. Let's wrap it up. Let's go. And she was like, okay, well, I already pulled, the application. It looks like everything's good to go. And she was like, he is due for, another vaccine. Are you okay if we do that while he's here? And I was like, actually, great. So it'd be a second distemper parvo vaccine. And I was like, yeah, perfect. So she's like, okay, I'm going to take him in the back. We'll do it. And I was like, if you could trim his nails, that'd be great. She's like, sure. Cause they were like hooks.
Yeah.
They trimmed his nails and, gave him the vaccine. They were back in less than 5 minutes. Like he must've been, she was like, he didn't even flinch. He was a good boy.
Oh my God.
So I was like, oh my God. Yeah. So of course. And then I'm like, babe, am I driving or are you driving? And he was like, you're going to drive. And I was like, bitch. So you get to hold the baby dog.
Yeah, of course.
So he drooled.
Oh my God.
He was so nervous about his car ride. He drooled all over Chris. Chris got home in wet shirt. I was like, it's okay. But he doesn't drool anymore. The last 2 car rides, he's been good. So
that's good.
Yeah. So we took him home, and he's been a terrorist ever since his 48-hour mark is when the terrorism and baby shark
where he gets comfortable now with his new family.
And he's like, oh, okay, this is where I'm gonna live. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Let's test the boundaries. Like 100%. That's how I feel. That's how he feel he's been. And like, I keep telling Chris, I think he actually fucking hates me. And Chris is like,
God,
except for
so
when
dramatic.
if there's a choice between me and you, he always chooses you. And I was like, that's because he has to stand my ass every single day, all day long. But yeah, but like leaving him, to go to the gym after work or something, I take him out, go potty.
Yeah.
I throw him in the kennel. He usually doesn't make a peep. If he does make a peep, it's a couple peeps. And then he's like, oh wait, nobody's talking to me. So I'll just shut the fuck up. And like, he's totally fine.
That's awesome.
He's so good.
Do you cover his kennel?
So I cover 3 sides of it because it's Arizona and it's hot as fuck. So I want him to get the airflow.
Yeah.
But I cover the sides that are facing the window.
Yeah.
So I feel like he feels protected in there. And he also knows, like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah. I cannot.
So anyways, now we're on to the name, right? So we're learning his personality. And Chris is like, he was suggesting like Bob and stuff. And I was like, babe.
Oh my God.
So here's the thing. This dog is going to be goofy as hell. There's pug in this dog. They're just like a goofy breed. And I was like, let's just see how his personality comes out. He's like, okay. He also has had his heart set on butt kiss. Before he even came home, the second he showed me the dog, he looks like a butt kiss. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Fucking Christ. So for anybody who knows Dick Butt Kiss, duh bears. That's my husband. Coming from Chicago, wants to name him Butt Kiss.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but Butt Kiss does fit him. I would never admit this to my husband. But also, I wanted to go with Bonsai. Bonsai was also suggested by my beautiful angel baby mother-in-law, who I just love so much. Mother-in-law. She's just the best. She suggested it. A, she knows I like plants, but also B, so it goes with the plant theme.
Yeah.
But B, he loves to do like parkour, and so he like jumps off of things. He's fucking fearless. This tiny dog with tiny legs is fearless. And
he totally has a little bit of wiener in him.
Yeah, he's definitely got some ween in there. For how long he is and how little his legs are.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so I'm like, Bonsai! hi. And like, he like comes at you and like, he comes, like I said, teeth first. He's like, ha, you know, and he's just a little nutbag. So, so he's brought so much joy to my life. He's brought unbelievable joy and unbelievable frustration over the last couple of weeks, and learning a new job. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I should have got through training first.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I jumped the gun. I was lonely being at home all day. It was fine. So anyways, so I adopted a dog.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I don't recommend it. I would say recommend. On a scale of 0 to 10, it's probably a 2. But as now that it's been 6 days without him having a accident in the house, it's more like a 7. Because he's good as boy now.
Because man, those accidents in the house, it really just pisses me off.
It's just so frustrating.
I don't want my house to smell like piss.
Yes.
And I know you went
through this too. Yeah. Yeah.
It's getting in my grout. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I don't own this house.
Sure.
So
like so it's like almost worse.
We're gonna have to get the grout cleaned before we leave. Mm-hmm. But it's fine. So yeah.
Yeah, and then they cry and they whine if you're like crate training them, or then you know, there's these psycho people that wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to let their dogs out every morning for the rest of their lives.
So I was telling Chris, I was like, so now that I'm not going to be working at 6 a.m. and be working at 7, which I did request.
Yeah, good.
I need to have the sun up before I can go to work.
Yeah.
Although it's about to get dark, so it's fine. But I work 7 to 3:30.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Fucking amazing. But I'm gonna try to move his schedule out a little bit this weekend. So I'm gonna try to keep him awake to put him to bed later. But I'm not gonna lie, to try to keep this dog awake, he gets ornery as shit, and all he wants to do is fucking bite you.
That's what we had to do with Roxy though. We had to keep her awake.
Yeah,
and then she would get these like just want a rough house.
Yeah, like the zoomies almost.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm like, no, we're going to learn how you need to. I don't want you waking me up before 6 a.m. 6:15 would be ideal. If I can get him to sleep until 6:15, my life would be great.
No, that dog stays in her crate until we're ready to get up.
Well, and that's the thing is like, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's never had a fucking accident. He can wait 15 more minutes. Mm-hmm. And like Chris jumps up. Like the weekends, thankfully, Chris has been letting me sleep in. Because I've been waking up with him every morning at 5:30 Monday through Friday. Yeah. So he was like, I'll take him on the weekends. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Because you have to work on Saturday anyway, so you might as well get up with him.
Exactly.
But the second he hears him whining, which I don't hear because I have earplugs.
Oh, my gosh.
He jumps up.
What time does he start whining at?
So it's usually right around 5:30, 6. Last weekend, it was like 6 when he woke Chris up. So if I can get him to push it a little bit further this weekend, it's when he hears somebody up. That's
same. Roxy too.
Yeah.
So it's like if you go to the bathroom first thing in the morning.
He knows what the toilet flush sounds like. Yeah. So I'm like, well, if I take a shit, I have to flush it. So I'm like, well, the dog knows I'm up. You know, but thankfully he's not like, bah, 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 like, I'd kill him. I'd kill him. He'd be dead.
Absolutely not.
Dead baby
not acceptable.
Dog. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, dog mom.
Thanks. Now I'm a plant mom and a dog mom. And honestly, I'm not going to lie. I don't know about these kid stuff. I've been so motherfucking frustrated with this damn dog the last couple of weeks. I could have killed him 17 times.
Yeah. And you want to have a kid?
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know. Still on the verge.
It is a lot more work.
I know. Because that's 18 years.
And beyond.
Well, yeah, and beyond, but like 18 years that like they're in like puppy mode.
Exactly. 100%, dude.
Yeah, like you always have to tend to them, drive them around, feed them, clothe them.
Worry about them. That's the worst part is the worry.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's constant.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Constant.
I don't doubt that at all.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Then they hate you.
Yeah, and they're like, why do I fucking care about you if you hate me so much?
Yeah, exactly. They're so mean.
They are so mean. We were mean, though, too, to our moms. I mean, I was.
Yes, but...
My mom deserved it,
My mom deserved it.
Yeah, mine did, too.
I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I am like...
I don't know about that.
The best.
I agree. You're actually a pretty fucking spectacular mom.
I'm pretty great.
Yeah, and you're cool. You're cool on top of it.
Yeah.
We're getting a from the kid. Meh.
Yeah, and you know what is interesting too? As I was on vacation in Hawaii, I was sitting back and like feeling very, very grateful and super just, I don't know. I was grateful for this life that like we have been able to create, right? And we get to see these beautiful things and go to these beautiful places. And then I was thinking about when I was growing up, I did not go on vacations like this at all whatsoever, not even a teeny tiny little bit. Granted, my kids did not come with us on this vacation. It was just Dan and I. But like my parents also did not go on these types of vacations. Our vacation was like a road trip 3 hours away to my aunt's house or something. Yeah. Like that was vacation.
Yeah. It was always the other family's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did do Brazil a couple times when I was a kid, but I'm pretty sure
that's your family.
Yeah. My grandpa paid for those vacations.
Probably.
Yeah. Not that, you know, again, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was just so interesting because I'm sitting there realizing like my kids have been to Hawaii. My kids get to travel all the time for their sports and go on these flights and go to Florida and, you know, visit different places and do all these different things. And it's like, I would have never been able to do that as a kid.
But also one of your things is that you wanted to give your kids more than you had.
Yeah, totally. Totally. It's just crazy to like just sit back and just kind of like feel like you're on the outside looking in and just being so appreciative of what this life looks like for me and for my kids, and just being able to provide that and being grateful that I can do that. Right. Like,
of course,
it was just like, I don't know. It just felt really good to see that and to like put that into perspective for myself.
Yay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love, like, I'm not going to lie. I have not been feeling a lot of appreciation the last few weeks because I've been really stressed out. But prior to that, I feel like the more I appreciate what's around me and what's in front of me versus what I want.
Sure.
I feel like the better my life is.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because if you can appreciate the little things around you, then you get to appreciate the bigger picture in life.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I came home today from traveling and my husband had the downstairs kitchen cleaned up and living room. Like candles lit, counters cleaned, vacuumed, clean.
Yeah.
And like he vacuumed our bedroom. Like it just like it is those little things that make such a big difference. I also, because I've been just like insane about we need to clean this house.
Yeah.
But it was just like so nice to come home to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it was like so great. It just felt so good.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I always feel good too if I'm gone because my husband doesn't go anywhere without me, but I go places without him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lie. He did go to Chicago without me for a weekend once. Once. But like one time, the first time I went out of town and I got home and that fucking house was a mess. I remember it was our apartment, our first apartment. And I came home and like there were dishes everywhere. The countertops were dirty. No. There were pots and pans on. And I remember being like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, what? And I'm like, this house is a fucking pigsty. Yeah. What the fuck? Have you done any dish at all in the last 4 days? At all. And I know I wasn't nice about it. I probably said exactly like that, to be honest. But he was like, oh, shit. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And I know that I'm being an asshole right now. But I expect that when I come home from vacation, if I left the house clean, I expect it to be clean.
Yeah.
And I always leave the house clean because I fucking cannot stand having a shitty fucking house when I get home from vacation because I'm relaxed and I get to come back to my place of relaxing.
Of Zen.
With Zen.
Totally.
Yes, with Zen vibes and calm vibes.
I agree.
So, no, I get 100%. So now, every single time I come home, that fucking house is clean. I'm going to tell you what. At least the kitchen is done. The dishes are done.
Yeah.
Like he the one time. Thankfully, he learned quickly because I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why would you do this? This is so fucking stressful to come home to. And he's like, oh. And he's like, I had no idea. Yeah, of course. And like, of course I feel bad for him because I yelled at him, but also I feel like I'm pretty soft when it comes to my husband. Like I'm a soft.
Yeah.
Like I try to deliver softly because I know that he responds better when I deliver softly. This is one of the things I learned in, counseling with my husband is if I come at him, he shuts down.
Yeah. Fair.
So I have to be like, babe, I love you so much. Why the fuck is the house dirty? Like, why the fuck is the house dirty? And he'll be like, so, and like, he'll be like, okay. And like, he'll respond. But if I'm like, he's like, okay, I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll like go take a walk around the block.
Oh my God.
So yeah, but it's.
Yeah, I mean, I probably did not leave the house clean, to be clear, the kitchen clean. And my husband just like picked it up himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like those nice moments, right? Like,
but appreciating those little tiny things also is what makes your relationship better too, because they see that you appreciate that and then they're like, oh, I want to do that more for her so that she appreciates it.
Exactly. And it makes you feel better too.
Because you're less stressed when you come home.
Yeah. And you just feel connected and you just, I don't know.
Yeah, because you're like, oh my God, he gets me.
He gets me.
He understands my love language.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for letting me vent today.
Yeah, of course.
And also thanks for telling me about what's going on lately because I fucking missed you.
I know. This was a good catch up.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you. Well, we hope everybody has a great week.
Yeah. Have a fun, safe weekend. We have a long weekend, so don't get crazy.
Don't get cray-cray. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.